Hey guys, it's Jamie Slays. So I just want to say thanks to Driftwood for sponsoring this video and sending over the Mini Nightmare for me to play around with. You may have seen it in a recent video where I used it to make the tones of the metalcore riffs that I did, but I thought I'd just do a review and show you how it works and kind of play through it straight into the computer. So Driftwood are a company from Germany and they make amps that are high gain, 3-channel, especially this one, and you would say it kind of sounds similar to I think a PV5150. I first heard about them when I went to Amsterdam. I went to a place called Goes, I think that's how you pronounce it, G-O-E-S, when I did some videos for Bax Music. And in Bax Music they have a room of amps, and in there they had this huge Driftwood purple wood coated maple finish, which was beautiful, and I played it and I was mind blown. And then I was chatting to John Brown and he has one, and then he said, yeah, it's got a tube screamer built in, it's got a noise gate built in. And I was like, that makes so much sense. It's basically like a PV5150 with the tube screamer and a noise gate already built into it. So I contacted the guy and he was like, yeah, let's send one over, let's do some videos. And here we have, this is the Mini Nightmare, and it has the IR loader. It has, I think, like 12 IRs already built in, impulse responsive. So those are cab wave files that people have made, or somebody specifically has made. And they're built into it, so you can go straight into the computer. You don't need to use like a 2 notes like I've got at the top there. You can just go straight in with an XLR cable, which I've got happening now. As you can see on the phone, I'm filming on the phone as well. Here are all the dials. This one here is the tube screamer, so the volume, the gain, and the tone like you would have on any standard tube screamer. It has a high and a low gain channel, which is like crunch and high gain distortion. This one refers to, as you'll see, the clean channel, distortion channel, then that one is the kind of crunchy channel. It's got a sizzle as well. This is quite a cool feature. That allows the amp to give more or less harmonic response. And on the back you've got a noise gate and you've got the IR loader and the general speakers and effects loop stuff. Comes with some foot switches to turn tube screamer and noise gate and effects loop on and off. I've recently been going in with my pedal board with the noise gate going into the back and the send and return, and then tube screamer and all that kind of stuff, wah pedal going into the front. But for now I'm literally just going into the amp. I'm not plugging any pedals in. I want you to hear how it sounds just raw as it is. So I'm plugged in with my Bgnrs with my gatekeeper pickups, the James Lowe signature ones, and I've got it on I think the 4th impulse response, but I'll try my best to tweak them going in as well. And then we can hear how that sounds. So it's going in at the moment in distortion on the high gain one. So let's just hear how it sounds straight away. As you can see on the iPhone camera, everything is on noon, pretty much, so I'm just going to play around with it and record the sounds. You may have noticed then when I was using the rumble and sharp dial, in my interpretation that is like a presence and a depth, or a resonance and a depth depending on what amp you've got. So the more you turn it on, the more kind of treble output you get, and the more you go back, the more bass you get. So I usually would go like, this is my go-to preset always. Turn the gain all the way back. because of this rumble and sharp knob here, I actually have been keeping it relatively neutral and then just turning this up slightly. I'll just show you how the sizzle sounds. There's three options here, so this is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. Now I'll just do it as I'm playing. My favourite one is 1 and 3, fully up or fully down. I think that's a switch that makes it either kind of more modern. I think it's like the Mesa Raw Modern Vintage, I think it's like that. Now I'll just show you the crunch channel. On this one you could probably turn the gain of the tube screamer up slightly, volume, if we did like this kind of sound. So as you can see on the iPhone footage, the tube screamer is still on the clean tone. But I'm just going to go around the back and turn off the tube screamer so it's only on channel 2, not all of the channels. So I've turned the tube screamer off completely and now you'll hear it's a very, very clean tone. If you want it to be quite honky-tonky, it handles it quite well. Again, you can turn the gain all the way down and then the master up, or you can do gain up and master down. But yeah, I don't really use clean tones that much, so let's switch back to the distortion. As you can see again on the iPhone footage, the tube screamer has come back on, and we'll go back to the high gain. Now what I'm going to do is just show you the difference in the IRs that are built in. I'll just go through a few, and it's going to be quite hard to dial them at the back, but I will show you how they sound other than the one I'm currently using. Play a section and then I'll change the IR and I'll play it again and play it again and play it again. So as you could hear there, the IRs actually make a huge difference. I only used about 5, but I think there's 12 built in. Also, there is a USB out coming out of the back, going into any USB device. So you could essentially ignore the interface that you're using and just go straight into your computer and record that way. So yeah, it's a very versatile amp. Again, it's got a noise gate built in, a tube screamer built in, an IR loader built in, and a USB out as well. The speaker cable goes directly into it. I don't need to use like a capture box or a SIR load or a hot plate or anything. It's a very, very cool amp. It's handmade, custom in Germany. If you ever get the chance to try one out, I highly recommend it. Thanks again to the guys at Driftwood for sending over and sponsoring this video. If you liked the video, leave a little like so then I know that you enjoy it when I do stuff like this. Leave a comment in the section below what your favourite IR was, what your favourite preset was, what your favourite thing about the amp was. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe because it really means a lot. And if you are subscribed already, hit the bell because then you know when I post new videos, and that helps channel engagement too. Got some new t-shirts available, hardly any stock left, just available for the middle half of May. Check the link in the description below and get yourself a shirt. And I'll see you guys next week for some more videos.